The $30 trillion blockchain revolution, the biggest financial transformation in history. What if I told you that the next financial revolution may not come from a bank, not from a government, not from a central bank, but from a technology that many people still associate with cryptocurrency speculation? A technology that could eventually transform trillions of dollars of stocks, bonds, real estate, commodities, and financial assets into digital tokens. And according to some policymakers and industry leaders, the opportunity could be worth as much as $30 trillion. Think about that number for a moment. $30 trillion. That's larger than the entire annual economic output of the United States. It's bigger than the combined stock markets of many major countries. It's a number so large that most people cannot truly comprehend it. Yet the conversation is already happening. Major banks are investing billions into blockchain research. Asset management giants are experimenting with tokenized securities. Governments are studying digital financial infrastructure. And quietly, behind the scenes, a race has begun. A race to build the future of finance. The question is no longer whether blockchain technology exists. The question is whether it can transform the financial system itself. And if it can, who will benefit? Who will lose? And what could it mean for ordinary investors? Stay with me until the end, because we're going to explore why some experts believe tokenization could become one of the biggest financial stories of the next decade, and why the winners and losers of this transformation may surprise you. What exactly is tokenization? Before we talk about $30 trillion, we need to understand one simple concept: tokenization. The word sounds complicated, but the idea is actually straightforward. Imagine you own a house worth £500,000. Traditionally, selling a portion of that house is difficult. You can't easily sell 2% of your home to someone across the world. The legal paperwork alone would be a nightmare. Now imagine that house is represented by 500,000 digital tokens. Each token represents a tiny ownership stake. Suddenly, investors anywhere in the world could potentially buy a small fraction. The house becomes divisible, tradable, transferable, digital. That's tokenization. Taking a real-world asset and representing ownership through blockchain technology. The same concept can apply to stocks, bonds, real estate, art, gold, commodities, infrastructure projects, private companies. In theory, almost any asset can be tokenized, and that possibility is what has captured the attention of financial institutions around the world. Why the current system is so old? Many people assume modern finance is fully digital. It isn't. Not really. When you buy a stock through your phone, it feels instantaneous. But behind the scenes, an enormous infrastructure is still involved. Clearinghouses, settlement systems, custodians, intermediaries, record keepers, compliance departments, paper trails, legal structures built decades ago. In many cases, transactions can still take days to fully settle. The system works, but it isn't always efficient. Imagine if sending an email required 5 different companies to verify it before delivery. That's how parts of modern finance still operate. Blockchain supporters argue that distributed ledger technology could dramatically simplify this process. Instead of multiple databases maintained by separate institutions, there could be one shared ledger. One source of truth. One permanent record, visible and verifiable. This is one reason why financial institutions are paying attention. Not because blockchain is fashionable, but because efficiency means money. And saving money at $1 trillion scale becomes a very powerful incentive. Why Wall Street is paying attention. A few years ago, many traditional financial firms dismissed blockchain entirely. Some executives openly mocked it. Others claimed it would disappear. Today, the conversation sounds very different. The world's largest financial institutions are no longer asking whether blockchain matters. They're asking how to use it. Why? Because the potential rewards are enormous. Imagine reducing settlement times from days to seconds. Imagine lowering transaction costs. Imagine creating global markets that operate 24 hours a day. Imagine increasing liquidity in assets that are traditionally difficult to trade. That is the vision driving investment into blockchain infrastructure. And Wall Street rarely spends billions chasing something it believes has no future. That doesn't guarantee success. but it does suggest the industry sees opportunity, a very large opportunity. The $30 trillion question. Where does this $30 trillion figure come from? It's not a prediction that $30 trillion will suddenly appear overnight. Instead, it reflects estimates of the value of assets that could eventually become tokenized. Think about the scale of global assets. Real estate alone is worth hundreds of trillions of dollars. Global bond markets exceed $100 trillion. Stock markets contain tens of trillions more. Private assets add even more. If even a small percentage of those assets move onto blockchain-based systems, the numbers become staggering. This is why some analysts see tokenization as a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity, not because new wealth is being created, but because existing wealth is being transformed into a new digital format, the same way the internet transformed communication. Blockchain could potentially transform ownership. The internet comparison. Many supporters compare blockchain today to the internet in the 1990s. Back then, people struggled to understand why the internet mattered. Emails, websites, online shopping, many dismissed it. Others saw extraordinary potential. Most people underestimated the scale of change that would follow. Today, it's almost impossible to imagine life without the internet. Could blockchain follow a similar path? Possibly, but there are important differences. The internet solved obvious communication problems. Blockchain must prove it can solve financial problems better than existing systems. That challenge is much harder. And that brings us to one of the biggest risks: the problems blockchain still faces. For all the excitement, blockchain is far from perfect. The technology faces significant challenges. Regulation remains uncertain in many countries. Security concerns continue to exist. Scalability remains a challenge for some networks. User experience can be complicated. Many people still struggle to understand digital wallets and private keys. Governments worry about financial stability. Banks worry about competition. Investors worry about fraud. These concerns are real, and they help explain why adoption has been slower than some early enthusiasts predicted. Transforming global finance isn't easy. It requires trust, and trust takes time. The big winners. If tokenization succeeds, who benefits most? The obvious answer is technology providers. The companies building blockchain infrastructure could see enormous demand, but that's only part of the story. Financial institutions that adapt early may also benefit. Banks that embrace digital asset infrastructure could remain relevant. Asset managers that create tokenized products may access new markets. Investors may gain opportunities that previously didn't exist. Consider commercial real estate. Today, many large properties are accessible only to wealthy investors or institutions. Tokenization could lower barriers to entry. Suddenly, smaller investors might participate in markets previously beyond their reach. That possibility is generating significant interest. The big losers. Every technological revolution creates winners and losers. If blockchain significantly reduces the need for intermediaries, some existing business models could come under pressure. Certain administrative processes may become automated. Some transaction fees could decline. Some legacy systems may become obsolete. History shows that technology rarely asks permission before changing industries. Think about what streaming did to DVDs, what digital photography did to film, what online shopping did to traditional retail. Financial services are not immune. The question is not whether change will occur. The question is, who adapts fastest? What about Bitcoin? Many viewers are probably wondering, what does this mean for Bitcoin? The answer is complicated. Tokenization and Bitcoin are related but different. Bitcoin is primarily viewed as a digital asset. Tokenization is a broader concept involving ownership representation. However, increased blockchain adoption could indirectly benefit the broader digital asset ecosystem. If institutions become more comfortable with blockchain infrastructure, they may become more comfortable with other blockchain-related assets. That doesn't guarantee higher prices, but it could increase familiarity and adoption. And in financial markets, adoption often matters. The global race has already started. This isn't just an American story. Countries around the world are exploring blockchain-based financial systems. Financial centers understand that whoever leads the next generation of financial infrastructure could gain significant advantages. The competition is global, the stakes are enormous, and the pace is accelerating. Some governments want innovation, others want control, some want efficiency, others want transparency. The motivations differ, but interest continues to grow. The risks of hype. Whenever huge numbers are mentioned, caution is necessary. $30 trillion sounds exciting, but investors should remember something important. Potential is not the same as reality. Many revolutionary technologies take longer than expected. Some never fulfill their promises, others exceed expectations. The challenge is separating genuine innovation from speculative hype. That requires patience, research, and critical thinking. The biggest mistakes often happen when investors confuse possibility with certainty. What this could look like in 10 years. Imagine the year 2036. Buying shares in a building takes seconds. Stock settlements occur instantly. International investments happen 24 hours a day. Ownership records update automatically. Assets move across borders with unprecedented efficiency. This is the future envisioned by blockchain advocates. Will it happen exactly like that? Nobody knows. But the direction of travel is becoming increasingly clear. Finance is becoming more digital, more automated, more connected. The debate is no longer whether change is coming. The debate is how fast. The story isn't really about cryptocurrency, and it isn't really about technology. It's about something much bigger: ownership, trust, and the future architecture of the global financial system. The $30 trillion figure may or may not prove accurate, but one thing is becoming difficult to ignore. The world's largest financial institutions, policymakers, and technology firms are all paying attention to the same trend. That alone should make us pay attention too. Because history shows that when finance changes, opportunities emerge, risks emerge, and fortunes can be made or lost. The blockchain revolution may still be in its early chapters, or it may become one of the defining financial transformations of the 21st century. Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the race has already begun, and the world is watching. If you enjoyed this analysis, subscribe to Mindful Minds and Money. Because in a world changing this quickly, staying informed may become one of the most valuable investments you ever make. Stay informed, stay prepared, stay ahead. This is Felix from Mindful Minds and Money. See you next time.